Hey guys, this week I wanted to talk to you about another way that you can measure that you're improving your fitness and overall health. So I wanted to talk to you about resting heart rate. So resting heart rate is how many beats per minute that your heart has to pump while you're in a resting state. So an average resting heart rate should be between 60 and 80 beats per minute. Now, some people have a faster heart rate naturally. That would be tachycardia. So anything above 100, your heart's working harder, it's pumping super fast every minute. Now, bradycardia is below 60 beats per minute. So your heart is actually working so efficiently that it has to pump less times every minute because it's so strong. So how does it do that? By strengthening your heart, you can improve your cardiac output. So cardiac output is the amount of blood in liters that is pumped out of the heart every time it beats. So the more blood you can pump, the less times your heart has to pump per minute in order to get the blood to the rest of your body that it needs. So resting heart rate being between 60 and 80, but the better cardiac output we have, the stronger our heart is, the lower our resting heart rate will be. So how should you test your resting heart rate? So first is the easiest way. Take your right two fingers, and I would put it below your ear and just go below your jawline, and you should feel your heart pumping out of your neck, basically. So what you want to do is set a timer. I would ideally do this when you're in a resting state, probably before you get up in the morning, before you spike your heart rate at all. You're most rested before you start your day. So you want to time 30 seconds, and you're going to count how many beats that you feel in your fingers, how many beats for 30 seconds, and then you're going to multiply it by 2, okay? So that would be your resting heart rate. Now, I would advise that you test this again every couple of weeks, maybe once a month, and see if you can improve on your resting heart rate. A lot of our heart trackers, or our iPhones, or iWatches, or Fitbits, things like that, they do track your resting heart rate as well. For me personally, this is something I have improved a ton on in the past year. Prior to ChristyLangle.com, I had an extremely stressful job, very physically demanding. In the past year, I was able to bring my resting heart rate down from 71 beats per minute, which is still an average normal, but I brought it down to now 58 beats per minute this month. So I now have more of an athletic heart rate, which is super cool for me, bringing it down to a bradycardia range, which is super exciting. So how do you improve your resting heart rate? You keep doing the workouts. Cardiovascular exercise, improving your cardiac output, the strength of your heart, how much blood it can pump out at once. Another way to improve on your resting heart rate, decrease your stress. Try to eliminate some stress factors in your life. If you can't eliminate them, try to cope with them in healthy ways, like meditation. Try to set a timer, 5 to 10 minutes, just be quiet and alone in your thoughts, focusing on your breathing, trying to bring that heart rate down. Also, reducing caffeine. So a lot of us, we rely on caffeine to get through the majority of our day. Caffeine is spiking your heart rate a lot throughout your day, forcing your heart to be on overdrive. So if we can reduce that caffeine intake, that would be ideal as well. So like I said, another way that you guys can continue to measure your progress, make sure we're getting healthier, heart healthy, happy, improving on our longevity. All right, so if you have any questions about measuring your resting heart rate or the ranges or how to improve or anything, I'd love to hear them, and hopefully we can all get a little conversation going in our private Facebook members group. I'm curious to see what everybody's resting heart rate is and if we can track some improvement along the next couple of months.